Ga-Rankuwa shutdown and community leaders, including councillors of Ga-Rankuwa, all the ward councillors, all three of them, just met with the members of the mayoral committee led by the executive mayor to ventilate on the issues contained in the memorandum received by MMC Maluleka on Monday 18th 18th of August 2025, to get more clarity on the discussions. I must say the long discussions that took place. We are joined by the Executive Mayor, Dr. Nasiphi Moya. Welcome to Tshwane Talk TV. Executive Mayor, can you provide an overview of the shutdown and on the issues raised in the memorandum?
Thank you so much. Good evening to you and your viewers at home. So indeed, on Monday, the 18th of August, we received a memorandum as the city from Ga-Rankuwa community, a site that really broke our heart. When you've got a whole community, different sectors in the community, 4 different generations coming out and saying, we feel like stepchildren of this city. The community raised issues that they raised back in 2016. They've raised in 2020, and the city has not been able to resolve these issues. On top of the list is the issue of billing, issue of sewer, issue of lights. You know, they say it's dark in the areas, the issues of roads, and other issues, security, you know, issues of the taxi industry and how it's working with its rivals in the community. So those are some of the issues that have been raised. We've had a conversation with the committee, the leadership, earlier in the year, and we're talking about issues of billing. I know there have been engagements since then. However, when a community comes out the way they did on Monday, it tells you something is wrong. So we, as you said, very long discussion, and I think in the main is just for the community leaders to express the frustration on behalf of the residents, their daily experience, their lived experiences in the community, and where they think that the city must improve. So today was not the day that we submit our responses to the memorandum. There's a way forward in terms of how we're going to do that and meet the deadline of the 27th of August with our responses. But I think we then presented some of the responses that we had prepared, the different departments, and we got to have an insight into their responses so that when they meet them on paper, what would be their responses? How do we improve on those responses? It was a very tough meeting, I can admit that, but I think it was the productive kind of a meeting where no one was buying face. Yes. People were saying what's on their mind. And obviously for us as the city, we don't want, when we are with community leaders, we lie to them so that the meeting can be shorter. Yes. So I truly appreciated the spirit of the meeting. Yeah.
Thanks very much. Now, in that spirit, Executive Mayor, any plans in terms of addressing these issues?
So the first one is that they've asked that let's do a site visit, because what is normally on paper and what is happening on the ground are 2 different things. So we've agreed the first time we'll interact after this meeting is on Monday in the afternoon, and we're going to go in different groupings where we go. So there will be those who are going to monitor the sewer issues, the landfill sites issues. There will be a meeting with the taxi industry, and so that will be the first thing that we do on Monday, from Monday around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And then on Wednesday, what we'll do, we will respond comprehensively to the memorandum as presented to us. Yes. But we will also include an addendum which will be a program of action on how we work together going forward. We will also include our escalations of issues that don't belong to the city but to province and national, where we will then include those letters to the Minister of COGTA as well as MEC of COGTA. Yes. But also there are other 3 meetings that are pending. One is the issue of the billing. Yes. We need to resolve the issue of billing. And as I said to them, it looks like we can't have each other, or make each other happy. Yes. But what is important is that something has got to give. You can't have a 2016 problem that can't be resolved in 2025, especially when you have a community that says, but we want to pay, but fix your house first. That's one. The second one is that people in Ga-Rankuwa are hungry like anywhere else. We want to talk about economy and job creation here. What kind of industries, in addition to the community wanting the industrial bag, but what other businesses that are here that as the city we can support? There's an issue that concerned me a lot, which leads to the third meeting with the security cluster. You know, when they describe the issue of drugs and substance abuse here, and that the drug peddlers are known, I mean, those are things that, I mean, you sit there and you think, what are we doing? So that's the meeting that we're going to convene. The security cluster must come and hear this frustration firsthand. Because when you hear that there's a road where, you know, TMPD would stop taxis knowing very well they don't have permits and they know what they're going to get out of it. It doesn't sit well with us because that's exploitation. So there will be that meeting as well. But overall, we've agreed that's the way forward. But as the community leader said, it's not going to be the process that we are outlining, but the outcomes of the deliberations and agreeing on the plans on the way forward, and also sticking to those plans and ultimately see the lives of this community improving. Yes.
Now, as a parting shot, Executive Mayor, your message to the residents of Ga-Rankuwa and broader Tshwane who might be feeling neglected and despondent.
Yes, so we have said, and we've made this commitment as the new administration to say we can't make excuses for what happened in the past. We can't make excuses for the fact that when there was no money in the city, we couldn't provide certain services. But we are saying now that the finances of the city are improving, that must translate into services in communities. What we don't want to encourage is where instead of going to communities, communities come to us. So while we ask for a bit of patience, but I think also it's incumbent upon us to say to communities, we've got 50 rands, how do we spend it? What are the priorities? And then next year when we have 100 rand, how do we then augment on the work that we have done? So we don't want to encourage communities, you know, coming to us aggrieved as if this is not our work. So I think while we're asking for patience, but we also appreciate when communities hold us accountable, especially in the manner that the Ga-Rankuwa community did. You know, normally with these protests, there will be stadiums, banned libraries. No, these were genuine community leaders and community that said we don't want to destroy our communities. We just want to express how we feel about the fact that you haven't given us the service that we deserve. So for me, I truly appreciated it. It was not a good sight because it sends a message on the kind of a government that we've been to this community. But I appreciated the spirit of a peaceful march, especially seeing leaders from different sectors in the community.
Yes. Executive Mayor, thanks very much for your time and all the best.
Thank you so much, sir.